would have to defend the property he worked so hard to buy. And when I found that to be true, why did we call this rally? Well, where's the NRA? That defends people for having arms in their house. Why didn't the NRA call this rally?
That's right.
Where's the guardian angels that defended Bernard Goetz? Why didn't they call this rally? The reason they didn't stand up for John White is because John White is a black man. And you don't think black men have the same right over their children that others do, so if the NRA wouldn't show up, we here and we ain't going nowhere. Look at the case in Texas. Man on the phone, as Minister Kevin said, calls 911. Did not have the threat White had and shot, and he's not been charged with anything. And you charge this man for doing what he had no other choice to do. When I got out of the vehicle, they had 3 protesters. And I was late. I gave them time to build up an anti-protest crowd. They only got up to 3. Reverend Pearson called me and said they're going to have a counter-protest. I gave them time. They can only get up to 3, Roderick. But one of them yelled at me and said, Rev Mal, why didn't White call the police? No, you starting too late in the night. Go to the beginning of the night. If they felt that Aaron was going to rape a white girl, why didn't they call the police? If they thought that Aaron was going to violate the law, why didn't they call the police? How do you go all the way to the end of the night and not start at the beginning? If there was a call to be made to 911, those 5 young white men should have called 911, not go to his house. Who appointed them to be over the rape squad in Suffolk County? Who appointed them to be the police and the sheriff and the judge and the executioner? How you gonna ask a man waking up under threat about a phone call when a predetermined decision had been made by 5 men that we're not calling the cops, we're gonna strap down like Mississippi 1930 and we're gonna ride and deal like racists ride, where your ride is over? Are we going to march and stand with him? Not only as great legislative leaders like Roger Corbin, who ain't got no switch in his hip, political hip, but stands and doesn't switch or turn. But we also gonna raise money for this defense fund, because they got to be able to finance and withstand this test of time. I'm glad that Mimi Rosenberg, our sister, and many of our white sisters and brothers are here. Many of you right from Suffolk County that know some of your neighbors may criticize you, but have enough insight to say, I'm here for my house, not just white. I'm here for my house. And you ain't got to like Al Sharpton. If you love your children, you ought to stand up for your house. Now the press ain't gonna act like y'all were here. When you get home tonight, you ain't even gonna know you was at the same rally. But I thank you for being here, because we all gonna stand together.